Stuart, thank you very much for joining us. Disappointing, obviously. It's the first time that you've tasted defeat as Berwick manager. How do you take the bones out of that?
Both ends, defensive third, defending your box, and the decisions in the final third. You know, the first half we weren't great, but we knew we were going to have to be pretty resilient and solid. We break, and I think it's probably 2 or 3 occasions we get to great areas, and everything we work on in training, everything we work on to go and play the pass, to go and then really put them to the sword, and we refuse to do it. We try to shoot. Decision making was bitterly poor, to be honest. And then I lose a goal just before half time for a set piece, which I don't even think is a foul, far less a booking. It looks like a good tackle. So yeah, pretty disappointed. I mean, we'd come in at we did come in at 1-0 down, but if we'd come in at 0-0, it's probably been a fair result of the game. To be fair, I thought maybe we got to better areas and but made poor decisions. Our goalkeeper's not done a save to make the whole game, apart from picking the ball at the goals twice. So the second half, we have to go. We have to go and try and score goals. And Scotty scores a great free kick. We start the second half all right. Then we have a spell where we play particularly well, and then we gift them a goal for a throw-in. The referee says Grant can tie his lace, and then continues to play on. Whereas the first half he stops the game to let the opposition tie their lace. So pretty wee bit naive for us. He should maybe just go and tie his lace next to the player. However, and we cost for that. The goalkeeper and the fullback get caught in between each other. Nobody takes control of the situation, and we lose another goal. And then from there on, it was we create a couple of chances. Goalie makes a couple of good saves, and it ends up 2-1. Probably disappointed we don't get something out of it in the end. However, fair play to Gala, they've done a number, and they've been a good time to win the game.
Is that the conversation that you had with Grant when he came off? Because he seemed quite animated when he came off. Was he telling you the fact that he was told the fact that he could tie his laces and the game would continue on?
Well, he's saying, but through my experiences, is that, you know, if your lace is out and they're in the final third, wait till the ball goes out in the bottom of the attacking third end of the park and tie your lace. You know, tie your lace next to the player that you're meant to be marking. You know, that's a wee bit naivety there, but you know, I was frustration probably from my part, because what transpires in terms of the goal. You know, but to be fair to Grant, the referee says the referee indicated that he could tie his lace, and they've stopped the game in the first half. So that's what he thought was going to happen. So to be fair to him, in that respect, he'll learn from it. And he was told something that never happened.
Yeah, it's difficult now, because obviously, if the referee's telling you one thing, that's
well, we don't hear that. I don't know that.
I know you don't want to sort of dwell on the referee too much. In terms of the performance overall, do you think we did enough to maybe take a point out of the game?
Yeah, I thought we probably could have got a point. You know, I think our decisions in the first half and the final third were really poor, really poor. You know, I've already mentioned that we get to the areas, edge of the box at pace, with overlapping players, not just one, you know, 2 and 3 overlapping players, ready to be slipped in, and we refuse to play the pass. You know, it's every bit as poor as the goals that we conceded. You know, because the hardest thing to do is score goals, and all we do is work on these movements and that. So for us to have these guys making these runs and to be there ready for it to be slipped in, and we refuse to do it, it's every bit as poor as the goals we lose, and the goals we lose are poor.
Will it click? Do you think it will? Like, for me as a fan, I feel as though it's a matter of time before we do go and we score 4 or 5, and because of the amount of chances that we are making. If you look at midweek, we hit the post. Hit the week before, we hit the bar, we hit the post. It seems to me it's only a matter of time. So, in your eyes, do you think it will?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a new management team. It's a new group. We're still bedding in all these ideas, and you can see the guys are getting there and they're making chances. The most positive thing is we're making chances. It's the hardest thing to do is score goals. And we're there making chances week in, week out. That's good. We have been defensively solid so far.
Yeah.
We've gifted 2 goals today.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, in terms of where Berwick were last year, which I didn't see too much of Berwick last year, but where we are now, we've got a brand of football that we're playing. We know what we're doing defensively. We know what we're doing in possession of the ball. We're trying to do. We're creating chances. So for me, there's loads of positives. There's loads of positives. It's always going to be about building blocks to get us to where we want to get back to. That's not going to happen overnight, because we're going to have ups and downs, as we've seen today. So we just got to take it on the chin, evaluate, and analyse what's going on, and as long as the guys learn from it, that's absolutely fine. You know what I mean? But we're not here to lose games. That's not what we're saying. Yeah. But we certainly should be probably managing that game and making better decisions at times.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to lose a game away from home, particularly a game like today, where it did look a winnable fixture. But it seems as though you do have the fans on side. I think we're counting 180 here today, and we're counting 120 Berwick fans. So there was a substantial away support that seems to be buying into what you're doing.
Yeah.
Do you have a message for them?
Oh, thanks for coming. Just keep giving our support. It makes a huge difference with the fans, and the more people we can get through the doors and creating that atmosphere for the players, it's great. One thing they're doing is they're trying very, very hard, and they're working their socks off to make sure that they're trying to do everything that we're asking. And up until now, this is our first setback, really, our first setback. So there's loads and loads of positives. I mean, football we'll not be the first team to be beat. We'll not be the last team to be beat either. So in that respect, we go again. We dust ourselves down. We find that enthusiasm again, and we find that love after the disappointment of getting beat. Football, we just carry on and we go again, and we're not one of those games, but sometimes that happens, and sometimes we make poor decisions, and sometimes we lose markers for the corner kicks, or set pieces. But as long as we need to get better at it. I mean, and we have been better at it. As long as we know what we need to do, we'll move. We'll take strides forward.
Just a couple more questions. I'll not keep you too much longer. First and foremost, you did have the players in the changing room for quite a bit of time after the game. What was the sort of reaction like? What was the sort of autopsy, if you like, or post-mortem like after the game?
Yeah, well, I mean, the changing rooms for the management and the players. It's just really analysing the game, and our decisions throughout the game, where we what we've done good, what we've done poor, what we can be better at. So that's kind of where it was. There's obviously, I've been here with Kilbride, and I know what it takes. I know what it is, and they're no easy place to come. They're a decent side. They're a very good side. We knew that. We told them before the game. You need to be up against them. You can't give them time. It took us a wee bit of time to get a foothold in the game, and I don't actually think we really did get a foothold in the game, apart from maybe 10 minutes in the second half, and then obviously when they've scored their second goal and there's 10 minutes to go, 15 minutes to go, it's the same as what it was against East Stirling. We're throwing bodies forward to try and get in. That's probably what pins them back a bit. So no, they're a good side. We analyse it. We told them what we needed to happen and what we need to do going into Wednesday. We'll train Tuesday night, get ourselves prepared for the game on Wednesday against Celtic, and we'll go and try and win that game. That's what we'll try and do.
So that was going to be my next question: is how do we bounce back for the game on Wednesday?
Well, somebody created the word bounce back ability, so that's what we need to do. We need the bounce back ability word to come into effect on Wednesday. Make sure we try and do our utmost to win that game. It'll be tough because Celtic will be, I know Dan will do particularly well, and I know what their team will be like. They'll be expansive, they'll be good in possession of the ball, they'll be creative, they'll play through the line, so it'll be a real test for us. And we'll relish that, because we want to play against better players and better teams. That's the only way we get better as well. But albeit we need to go and try and get 3 points.
Well, thank you very much for coming on. I know it's difficult after a loss.
Thank you. Thanks.